Hello there, my faithful ones. It's me, Edwin the Jesús, and welcome back to the channel. As you can tell from the title of the vid, I'm gonna be telling you why Jehovah's Witnesses don't visit me anymore. Now, you might think I did something bad, but I swear I did not do anything, bad or anything. I did not scare them or intimidate them. It's a bit different, actually. I did the opposite. So, this took place many years ago. I believe I was in like 7th or 8th grade. I had just found God, and so I was, very studious, and I was studying the Bible a lot, and I was doing a lot, point is, in terms of spirituality. And so I remember that I was hanging out with my cousin Dan. We were playing Minecraft, because my cousin Dan, my little cousin, used to basically call me up and he'd be like, hey, you want to play Minecraft? I'd be like, sure, because I have nothing better to do. And so I remember we were just playing Minecraft, and we were playing Minecraft and like exploring the world and doing all that kind of stuff. And I remember my mom calling me from downstairs, and she was like, oh, people are here and I don't want to get the door. She was behind the counter, and I think she said she looked like crap or something, I don't know. Point is, she didn't want other people to just see her or something. And, I wasn't really much of a better alternative, because to be honest, I look like crap too, guys. My hair, well, I didn't have long hair like this, I had short hair. But it was all disheveled, and I was wearing this white shirt with like pizza and nacho stains, and wearing these like black baggy jeans and no shoes. I looked awful, but I guess better than my mom's, because I'm the one who picked up the door. And so I see these two well-dressed Jehovah's Witnesses. And, they're like, hi, and I'm like, hi, and we're having this little dialogue. And I don't think they expected much from me, because of the way I looked, and because of I was young again, like middle school. Though, I will say I've always kind of looked older than what I used to. I used to have kind of facial hair, and people said I could have passed for 18 when I was like in 7th or 8th grade, so I don't know. But point is, yeah, they probably didn't expect much. They were asking me all kinds of like biblical questions, and I think I remember correctly, like I said, this has been many years, and I can't fully, I guess, recount everything, but I remember they were asking me Bible questions, and at the time, like I said, I was very studious. Like I remember in 6th grade, I had found God and got baptized, and 6th grade all the way to like 8th grade was the peak of my spirituality, I'd say. Though I still am spiritual. It's just, back then I was very much like everyday Bible, everyday fasting, like I was into it. And so every question that they were asking me, I was answering completely, and in fact, I was giving them a Bible lesson. They brought up the return or something about, I think they were talking about God and the return something, and I immediately changed the subject to the book of Revelations, like, yes, the rapture of the church, the return of Jesus Christ, and the book of Revelations, which recounts the end times, the end of the world, the setting up of the millennial, right? I was going off, and I don't think they expected that. They didn't expect the dialogue, is what I'm saying, because they kind of looked a bit like, a bit shook that I was just telling them, and they were like, yeah, that's true. And then, we were going back and forth, and I was actually having a nice conversation with them. And, I know a lot about the Bible, but I never get a chance to really share what I know, other than maybe YouTube videos here. Most of the time, I'm just sitting on what I've learned, and I never really have the chance to share. And I was like, oh, this is my chance, I get to at least talk and show people what I know. And so, I was basically holding them hostage at that point. And we were just talking a lot. I was talking about Jesus, and they were like, yeah, and then they tried to interject something, and then I'd say something and go on. Like, I was giving like monologues to these people, and then eventually they're like, okay, yeah, we'll come back, and they gave me their little flyer. I'm like, cool, at the same time next week. You know, I was excited. I mean, granted, we were at different beliefs. They're Jehovah's Witnesses. They have a different belief system than I, a Pentecostal apostolic Christian. But, you know, we were pretty respectful. I wasn't like, you're wrong, this is what, or they weren't like that either. It was a pretty respectful conversation is what I'm trying to say. But obviously I was being the dominant one and the more talkative. I was being a bit too, I guess, you know, I was hoarding it because I was like, I don't get a chance like this often. I would like to. I would like to talk. And I was like, you know, like same time next week, because I was kind of excited. I was like, yes, I have someone to talk to now about this, even if they don't share the same sentiments. So they did. So they didn't disagree. If anything, they were just like, yeah, nodding a lot and like agreeing. So that was pretty cool. And so they gave me the thing, and then they went off, and, you know, even my mom pointed out, like, yeah, they look shooketh. Okay, no, she didn't say that, but basically, yeah, that's kind of what she meant, like, you know, they were very, from what she was observing, they were very astounded or awestruck that I seemed to know more than I appeared, because like I said, I looked like crap, I was young, but, you know, I was sharing a lot with them and talking to them, not like a one-sided thing, but as an equal, I'd say, in terms of studious and whatnot, in terms of studies. And so it was pretty cool, and, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm looking forward. They never came back. In fact, no Jehovah's Witnesses ever came to my house again. And I remember one time, it was Saturday, because usually Saturdays is where they do their patrols. I was like, let me go find them. I know it sounds creepy, but I remember I got up and I walked around my neighborhood, and I was just walking around and hoping to find a few Jehovah's Witnesses that I could talk to, but, you know, they just, and they weren't interested in talking with me anymore. And, yeah, that was it, really, in terms of my little thing. So I basically drove them all off by knowing a lot and just talking. And like I said, I think most of the time when they're doing their missions things, you go to people who you think don't know. You know, you go to people who are either gonna try to shun you off because they don't know or don't want to know, or, you know, they'll be, I guess you can say, not ignorant in a sense. I don't want to. Ignorant sounds mean, but again, in the sense, you go off, maybe find someone who isn't well versed, and then who might be interested, and usually those are the two options. Usually, I'm not sure if they're used to someone being overly receptive and trying to talk to them and sharing back-to-back notes on theology and belief, and, you know. But like I said, I think they were pretty. These grown men were very impressed that this, you know, middle school kid knew a lot, and I think they weren't expecting that. I'm sure they hadn't encountered something like that before. But yeah, that's about it, guys, and that's the video. So that was a cool, you know, that was a cool little story that I thought it'd be kind of fun to share. And, you know, I plan on trying to make more vlogs like this, because I actually do kind of like recounting my stuff, because I usually keep most of my stuff to myself, but in the Edwin the Jesus channel, I feel like it's cool to share more stuff about me. So that's about it, guys. If you enjoyed this video or found it funny, you know, please like, comment, subscribe, support Edwin the Jesus, and, you know, feel free to share, I guess, if you have any Jehovah's Witnesses vids to share, or, you know, your experience with them. So that's about it, guys. Once again, have a great day or night whenever you're watching. You know, stay blessed and see you around. Peace.